Aloha mai kako, beautiful souls all across our blessed and beloved planet Mother Earth. Greetings, everybody. It is Laumeilien coming to you live Saturday, November 1st, 2025. It is 12:22 a.m. Hawaii Standard Time, the night of Halloween / day of Halloween. After Halloween, technically. And I am in my costume. That's a costume, but also maybe not completely a costume, if you know what I mean. And I just wanted to record a video, as I have been wanting to record and post videos regularly for a very long time now. And it has just been a matter of actually doing it. So it's a new month and I am doing it. We'll see if I post this. So it is November now, 2025, like I mentioned, and 2025 is wrapping up. It's the 11th out of the 12th month. So we're just about into 2026. And I have the intention of posting this to my artist channel, my Laumeilien YouTube. And I believe the last video I posted on there was just after my breakup, perhaps back in May. So half a year ago, 6 months, just about. And there have been a lot of developments since then. And I feel like one of the biggest ones is that I'm in a lot better of a place now. I've healed a lot and grown a lot and learned a lot and integrated a lot and forgiven a lot. And I feel like there's still a lot more room for healing and growth and forgiveness and all the things. I'm just really grateful for how far I've come and just for the kindness of my family and friends who have held so much space for me and have been so compassionate. Your love has meant the world to me and really helped me get through the thick of it. And mahalo. Thank you very much. Mahalo nui loa. And thank you to my ex, too. Breakups suck. They're arguably kind of one of the worst things ever. But as I was driving home this evening from some relatives' house in Pearl City, Oahu, Hawaii, it was a beautiful family Halloween birthday party. So shout out to the Ainga. I'm very grateful because even though the breakup sucked and it was very painful, the separation and the death of that love and that relationship, it really has served as a catalyst for me to become this version that is here before you today. I feel like more of myself, and it was just a really beautiful relationship, for while it lasted. I learned so much and grew so much, and I don't know if anybody's ever going to see this video or if my ex will ever see this video, but just wanting to state publicly for myself and for the record that I'm incredibly grateful for her and for the relationship and for all the love that we shared and cultivated and co-created, for all of the incredible first experiences, from surfing for my first time and riding a moped and learning how to drive a moped, all for the first times, and riding a motorcycle for the first time, attempting to learn how to drive a motorcycle for the first time, rock climbing for the first time, rappelling down a waterfall for the first time, skiing for the first time. There's probably more, but those are the ones that I can think of off the top of my head. Did I mention rock climbing? Well, if I didn't, I rock climbed for the first time. So I am grateful for her and for her soul and for all of those incredible experiences. And I wish her all the best, truly. even if right now I don't necessarily want to witness what she's up to, I assume, and I know we shouldn't assume things necessarily because they make an ASS, right? Out of me and you, as the saying goes. But I assume she's doing fine, just knowing the nature of her incredible heart and spirit, the tenacity of her soul. She's a go getter. And that inspires me too, because maybe I can be lazy and complacent. And I know I always have room to be better and to do better. And I know I can be hard on myself, especially historically speaking. However, I'm just trying to be objective right now, and I humbly and fully recognize that I'm always going to have room for growth. And I'm not perfect until it's over. So, um, yeah. With all that being said, I hope this is being recorded because I got a notification that maybe my microphone's not on. So that's awkward. I guess I'll stop recording at the 10-minute mark and see how this take went. I'm a little new to this in case it's not obvious, but this is the first step. And as Lao Tzu said, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with the first step, or something to that effect. So, yeah, with all that being said, I'm very grateful and I endeavor to live my life from a place and a space of gratitude, always, and to have gratitude as the core of my being, gratitude and love. And at the end of the day, at the end of the relationship, it is gratitude and love. And as I reflect 6 months, it'll be 6 months on the 10th or the 14th, one of those 2 days. I used to track it like, oh, it's been a month. Okay, it's been 2 months. And maybe it's the 14th. It was the 14th. It was May 14th is when we decided to block each other and go no contact. And so that's 5 months, soon to be 6 months. And just for context, because this is my video talking about me and my life, we were together for 14 months. And we broke up like 2 or 3 times, 2.5 times, depending on how you categorize things. 2 times on the low end and 3 times on the high end because we went to New Zealand together and we're kind of in a situationship and all the things. And yeah, it was really quite an incredible ride and journey when I reflect upon it all from this place, this space that I'm in now. And I hope I don't sound like too much of a broken record, but at the end of the day, I'm very, very grateful. So thank you to her and to everybody who supported me and who has supported her as we heal and move forward and go forward and continue to create new moments and memories in life, new chapters. It was the ending of a chapter, an era really, and now we're just in another chapter. So that's just kind of how the story of life goes, right? Chapters and paragraphs and sentences, and then it's over. So with all that being said, I do realize that there's a lot going on, locally, globally. I believe at the time of this recording, the United States government is still shut down, the federal government, so um, that affects us all, as Americans, and then it ripples out globally. So um, I do hope that they're able to figure that out as soon as possible. And I realize there's a lot of pain and suffering and war and conflict and violence still ongoing in many parts of the world. And I just want to take this time to send my humble prayers for peace and for the easing and end of all suffering on our planet. And just to take a moment for all those who are suffering and just to send love. Aloha from Hawaii. And just to ask for the creator, the divinity, the universe to help ease that suffering and pain that people are going through, because It's tragic, it's atrocious, it's not ideal, but it's still a part of the game down here. And my greatest prayer in this life is for the end of war, for world peace. And at my previous job, I expressed that in a semi-joking way. And one of my coworkers at the time, she laughed and she said, "You're delusional." And she was serious, but also semi-joking. She's, I know she was just speaking her truth, you know? And I heard that, I felt it, and I was very hurt. I was very hurt by that response. But it's valid, because you look at the history of planet Earth and humanity, and there's a lot of violence and war and suffering on this planet, and it's been like that for a very long time. And I'm not naive or blind to the pain and to the suffering and to the atrocities. But I still hope. I still pray that our planet will know peace, and that the children will be safe, no matter where they walk upon our earth. So that's the deepest prayer in my heart, and I'll keep praying for that and hoping for that and doing my best to live in service, to live in aloha and from a place of love, to help facilitate that as best as I can, thinking globally, acting locally, and what have you. And so, thanks for listening. It's approaching 12 minutes now, and I intended to keep it short, keep it approximately 10 minutes. So, yes, with all of that being said, I hope if you celebrate Halloween, you had a great Halloween, a safe Halloween, and were able to enjoy yourselves and just your human experiences, because, like I said, there's a lot of BS down here, but also it's like if we can play and be in joy and enjoy ourselves, I feel like that's a huge part of the human experience too, right? The balances of polarity, the highs and the lows, the crests and the troughs, the waves of energy, the emotions being energy in motion. So, mahalo nui loa, aloha to the world. Sending you and your beloveds all the best and more. Excuse me. Mai kapai aina o Hawaii from the islands of Hawaii, Hawaii Nui, Hawaii Loa, Hawaii Kapu, Great Hawaii, Sacred Hawaii, Hawaii ne, beloved Hawaii, Hawaii. Potato, potato. Anyways, take good care. Aloha to the world. Aloha value oi. Aloha always.